Hey everybody, welcome to my next singing video here on YouTube. Today, I got a song called Can't You See? This is a song that I have on my playlist already by the Marshall Tucker Band from karaoke up in Bathurst way back years ago. It was one of the first videos I put on my playlist back in 2021. And now I'm doing it in the style of Waylon Jennings, my favorite male country singer of all time. Waylon's version came out in 1976, a song that was written by Toy Caldwell. So this is my 25th Waylon Jennings song on my YouTube playlist, my karaoke songs, and my 247th video on there in total. So about 10% of all the songs are all the videos. I first discovered Waylon's version of this song years ago on the Stingray Country Classics channel on TV when I was still living in London. I actually like the Marshall Tucker Band version better because one of their band members wrote it, and it's got that signature Marshall Tucker Band guitar sound. Toy Caldwell was responsible for that, and he's been called the fastest thumb in the West for his thumb-picking style of lead guitar playing on Can't You See? If you don't believe me that the original of this song is the best, listen to Waylon's version and then go on YouTube and find Marshall Tucker Band's live rendition from the Grand Opera House in Macon, Georgia on September the 10th, 1973. It's one of the best performances of good old Southern rock, I think you'll agree. Another reason why I think Waylon's version is not as good as Marshall Tucker Band is that Waylon leaves out my favorite verse of the song. The second verse that starts out, I'm gonna find me a hole in a wall. I'm gonna crawl inside and die. 'Cause my old lady now, a mean old woman, Lord, she never told me goodbye. Yeah, I like that verse, and it's not in Waylon's version, so I forever will say that Marshall Tucker Band's version is better that way. So the lyrics of the song are noted as being dark, reflecting heartache, and, quote, a man running as far away as he can to begin the process of healing himself, unquote, according to Ken Kelly on ultimateclassicrock.com, where he ranks the song number 85 on his list of the top 100 classic rock songs. The song musically is a cross between country rock and southern rock, says Kelly. A little bit about the writer, Toy Caldwell. He was born Toy Talmadge Caldwell, Jr., on November the 13th, 1947, in Spartanburg, South Carolina, famous for being the hometown of NASCAR legend David Pearson. He died on February the 25th, 1993, aged 45, of cardiac arrest brought on by cocaine use. He was the lead guitarist, vocalist, and primary songwriter in the Marshall Tucker Band. He has written 13 songs that have been released by more than one artist, including Can't You See, all of them originally by the Marshall Tucker Band, from Can't You See in May 1973 to Heard It in a Love Song in February 1977. As I just alluded to, the Marshall Tucker Band made the original recording of Can't You See in 1973 and the original release of the song in May of that year on their Capricorn Records self-titled debut album. Jennings' cover of the song was the second cover to be released. It was recorded between March 22nd and April 21st, 1976, co-produced by Jennings and Ken Mansfield. Can't You See was released as a single in July of that year on the RCA Victor label, with B-side I'll Go Back to Her, written by Jennings. It was the first single from his June 1976 RCA Victor album, Are You Ready for the Country? The single entered the Billboard Hot Country Singles Top 40 on August 14th, 1976, and charted for 11 weeks, peaking at number 4. Can't You See was Jennings' 39th top 40 country hit. It also went all the way to number 1 on the Canadian RPM Country Tracks chart. Probably a pretty good reason why I heard it on the Country Classics TV channel then up here in Canada. And it also crossed over to the Billboard Hot 100 at number 97. On the Are You Ready for the Country album, Can't You See was track 5 on side 1. Some of the personnel appearing on the album were Carter Robertson on backing vocals, with Gordon Payne, Rance Wasson, and Graham Nash, also on backing vocals, Duke Goff on bass, Richie Albright on drums, Ralph Mooney on pedal steel and dobro, and Barney Robertson on piano, backing vocals, and string arrangement. 28 other cover versions of Can't You See have been released to date. 26 of those are in English, one is an instrumental, and one is under another title, Sadducees. That's the title, written by J. John Jackson, performed by Apologetics, released in July of 2023. Some of the English covers are by American country singer, songwriter, and guitarist Hank Williams Jr. in 1975 on his MGM album, Hank Williams Jr. and Friends. So he actually had the first cover version. By American country and honky-tonk guitarist, pianist, singer, and songwriter Gary Stewart in 1978 on his RCA Victor album, Little Junior. By Canadian country act Minglewood Band in 1979 on their RCA Victor album, Minglewood Band, second album. I used to hear this version on the local classic country radio show here in Miramichi semi-regularly. It's known for having a fairly long spoken word intro over the instrumental intro. Now back to more covers. By American country rock band Alabama in 1988 on their RCA album Live. By American country rock, and southern rock group the Charlie Daniels Band on March 9th, 1999 on their Blue Hat Records album Tailgate Party. By American country music singer, guitarist, and songwriter Anita Cochran on September 21st, 2004 on the Various Artists Rhino album Southern Rock Country Style. By American rock band Poison in June 2007 on their Capitol Records album Poisoned. That was an album of covers. By American country folk band Zac Brown Band and Friends, featuring American country rock musician, singer, rapper, and songwriter Kid Rock on May 4th, 2010 on their Southern Ground live album Pass the Jar, live from the fabulous Fox Theater in Atlanta. And now a couple of them that I never heard of, just to fill it out to 10 covers. By British country rock band Muskrats in 1978 on their sweet folk and country album Insight. And by American outlaw country music singer, songwriter Wendell Adkins in 1979 on his Texas Records album Live at Whiskey River. Now a little bit about Waylon Jennings himself. Jennings was born Waylon Arnold Jennings on June 15, 1937 on the J.W. Bittner Farm near Littlefield, Texas, about 37 miles northwest of Lubbock, the nearest big city. His mother changed his name to Waylon after finding out that there was a Baptist college named Wayland in Plainview, Texas. The family belonged to the Church of Christ. Jennings was also known as Hoss by Hank Williams Jr. in their duet, The Conversation, Chief by the members of his backing band, The Wailers, Watasha, given to him by Hank Jr. This name is Japanese for Old Number One. Hank Jr. was telling Waylon in this way that it was okay with him if he sang Hank Sr.'s songs. And Waymore, because he was an over-the-top guy who never did anything half-assed. Jennings performed in the country, outlaw country, and progressive country genres. He was also an actor, the most memorable for me being his balladeer role in my favorite TV show as a kid, The Dukes of Hazzard. He was famous for playing a black and white leather-covered Fender Telecaster guitar. He was active in the music business from 1949, when at age 12 he played his first public concert at a youth center, to 2000, when he was forced to stop touring because pain from diabetes reduced his mobility. He recorded for A&M Records, MCA, and Epic, in terms of major labels, in addition to RCA Victor. He was formerly a member of the Crickets, Buddy Holly's backing band, in which he played bass on the Winter Dance Party Tour in 1959. The Wailers, as band leader. The Highwaymen, a country supergroup with Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, and Chris Christopherson. USA for Africa, a supergroup that performed the charity single We Are the World in 1985. The Maverick Choir, on the soundtrack for the 1994 film starring Mel Gibson, Jodie Foster, and James Garner, in which he also acted. His final film role, and Old Dogs, a country supergroup with Mel Tillis, Bobby Bare, and Jerry Reed. Jennings was married 4 times, first to Maxine Lawrence in 1955. They were divorced in 1962. Second to Lynn Jones in 1962. They were divorced in 1967. Third to Barbara Elizabeth Roode in 1967. They were divorced in 1968 and fourth to country singer Jessie Coulter in 1969. So one thing about Waylon, he didn't stay single for long. They stayed married until Waylon's death. He had 6 children, including Shooter, his son, who was a musician and record producer. Waylon had 3 brothers, all younger than him. Tommy, his oldest brother, played bass in the Wailers in the mid to late 1960s. As of 2009, his middle brother James and James's wife Helen, of more than 40 years, operate Waymore's Liquor Store in Littlefield, a converted gas station where a lube and oil change bay has been converted into a drive-thru for people too busy to go inside and fetch their beer. I thought that was a pretty funny story, I tell you. His youngest brother Beau, 16 years younger than Waylon, died in 2018, aged 64. He died at the same age as Waylon. 333 solo records plus 111 records with other artists, for a total of 444, were released on Jennings between 1959 and 2014. His discography includes 45 studio albums, 5 live albums, 28 compilation albums, 16 collaborations, 16 music videos, 98 singles, and 11 charted B-sides, including I'll Go Back to Her, the B-side of Can't You See? 16 of his singles went to number 1 in the US, and 32, including Can't You See, reached the top if you include all other countries, including Canada. Aha. Jennings died on February 13th, 2002, aged 64 in Chandler, Arizona. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to sing Can't You See, which is, I'm going back to this list of songs, which is off of Sing Snap, all the songs that I had on there that I didn't yet have on YouTube. So here's another one. Checked off the list, Can't You See. And there is, in fact, a Carafun version, which I was a bit surprised about, so don't have to compete with Waylon's voice this time. I'm just not really used to singing this version of the song, Can't You See? So it takes a little bit of getting used to singing this way as opposed to the Marshall Tucker Band version. But we'll give it a try here now. Alrighty. So, Can't You See, in the style of Waylon Jennings, written by Toy Caldwell. Here we go. Gonna catch a freight train, far as I can, Lord. I don't care which way it goes. Gonna climb a mountain, the highest mountain, Lord. Gonna jump off and ain't nobody gonna know. Can't you see, can't you see what that woman's been doing to me? Can't you see, can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? Woo! Play it now, kid. Gonna buy a ticket, go as far as I can, Lord. I ain't never coming back. Take me southbound, all the way to Georgia, Lord, till the train runs out of track. Can't you see, can't you see what that woman's been doing to me? Can't you see, can't you see Can't you see, oh, can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? Can't you see, oh, can't you see what that woman's been doing to me? Woo! Gonna be live, gonna be live. Oh, I'll take it home, Waylon. Yeah, that's called Can't You See in the style of Waylon Jennings from 1976. Woo, boy, that was fun. I still say Marshall Tucker Band's version is better, but that one's not too bad. We'll get by on that one for today anyway. All right, well, hope you all enjoyed that song there, and I will be back, but it's going to be a few days. Back to work tomorrow for a few days until Friday. I'm off Friday, so I'll be going to Dooley's on Thursday night for some karaoke. Might be doing a few of the songs I've been doing on these videos for the last little while. Sure built up enough of a stash of them that I can got more than enough to last me the night, that's for sure. But next time on here on these videos, the next video is going to be an all new singer for me for a long time anyway. Haven't done a song by him in a long time. That is Tommy Overstreet. I did one called Heaven. I'm going to do one called Heaven Is My Woman's Love next time. But I did one in the past called A Seed Before the Rose, which was a real nice song. But yeah, next time we'll sing Heaven Is My Woman's Love, which I did on Sing Snap before. But it's been a long time since I did it, so I'll have to practice a little bit maybe, but we'll be fine. It's going to be fun. So, Friday, we'll see you then. Have a good day now. Bye.